Hello everybody, it's VerticalSandwich. Welcome back to Let's Replay Rabbids Go Home. The 31,750 feet run. That's quite a few feet. Now it's time for Carry On Catastrophe. Now, I actually had a death in this level. It's not a hard level. I just made a simple mistake. I'll point it out, but it wasn't too far into the level, and a mistake that can be made really easily. So, like, now we have a bouncing dynamic that it's a little weird that something like this got added this late in the game. But, because we've only got 2 more levels to go. And we'll be dealing with fans again, so if you're a fan of fans, then this level's for you. If not, well, how can you not be a fan of fans? A fan of fans, that would be like being a king of kings, right? Like, I don't know. Anyway, jump from fan to fan, and we'll see how many more times we can say the word fan before it gets exhausting. Alright, so, actually, it was right in this area that I died. And I died jumping from carousel to fan. So, again, saying the word fan as much as possible. Oh, that was way better than my first shot at him. I mean, you know, we hit him the first time I played through, but it took longer. Alright, so down we go. And this part will go a little smoother, actually, because I've done it once before. So, but again, you didn't see that. I'm just copying to it. Yeah, so what happened was I jumped off. You have to jump off this carousel to a fan. And, I just, you know, I didn't do it, right? I jumped from, like, there. And clearly, you wanna be kind of in tune with the jumps. And there we made it, whatever. I don't know what I was trying to say. You wanna be, you know, in sequence with the things you're doing the things with. You know, things. Alright. So, enough with the carousels, the baggage carousels. And more bouncing. I mean, I guess bunnies bounce. That is the natural order of things, but so a lot of this, like this, eventually we're going to get to a very large kind of bouncing dynamic that's a little tougher, but other than that, you kind of, I mean, it's conveyor belts and bouncing is the whole premise of this level. There are worse things to base a level on, I suppose. All right. Now, this can be a little rough. The pattern on this conveyor belt can be a little strange, so what you want to do is, because it's going to do, it's like, it does like 2 down and then like 1 up. And then I think 1 down, it's just very, so it's like 1 1 1 2 1 1 1 2. It's very, it was hard for me.
For security reasons, lunch breaks have been reduced to 4 minutes.
So like, that's it. There we go. We got our first collector rabbit after almost half the items in the level. So, I mean, it's set up like a hard level. It's not, I mean, things like this are really obvious. You know, don't throw yourself into the exploding barriers. And now the obligatory Verminator fight. And that saved us right there. We obviously were going to hit his weapon. So, it's bad. Really, when it comes to the blue Verminators, it's far better to get them before they turn that stupid thing on and start spinning around in circles. Without a doubt. So that was easy. And now we will very slowly and very carefully pick up the things that... There's only 4 things on this actual platform. But, you know, you gotta be careful. Because the water does make for a kind of ice physics-y reaction in the game. It's not horribly uncontrollable. I mean, if you were super boosting around stuff, you might be in trouble. And then another collector rabbit right away, which is really kind of weird.
until after work hours.
But, I mean, this is the point of no return. So now there's this huge series. And these are the ones that I was talking about earlier that, like, drop off into nothing. Like, if you hit the wrong one, you'll just fall to your death. But they're reasonably easy to avoid. It's not the world's worst pattern. You just gotta not exit prematurely. I mean, that's the real issue, is thinking you're done and not being done. But, like, down there, see, if we don't change it right away, we'll die. So there, we just saved our own lives. Or our own life. And then there are items, you know, in the tube that you can't see. You can just see the circles, which is a little weird. It's a very bizarre platforming setup. But, I mean, again, way easier than it looks. Like, just take your time with what you're doing. And, you know, take a good look at what you can see before you shoot yourself off a fan. Because you'll stay on the fans forever if you just hang there. But, like, clearly there's, you know, a pipe that spits us out down below. Like, we're going to have to change that right away. And that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm actually looking at the pattern. Just to see, you know, what I have to hit and where it's going to take me. I don't know if, well, we have to go back down because we don't have any other options. I was going to say, I don't know if you have to go back down there. But clearly we do. If we could go somewhere else, we might choose that. You can go down this pipe or to Bermuda. Alright. And that, I believe, is the way out. And we better be done. Okay. Now, this is a timed puzzle, and, you know, in my LP, I had so much trouble with this. And, like, the 2 times I played through this before, because I played through this and got a lower score, I had no trouble with this. Like, whatsoever. It's just get to that elevator before it closes. It's so not a big deal. I don't know what my problem was. Like there, that was so not an issue. So, I don't know. I guess I'm just better at this than I was. Pieces of luggage. Little pieces of luggage. Who forgets their luggage in like an eyeglass rack? Anyway. Alright, so this is the largest kind of crazy jumping dynamic of the game. Because there are ramps and things. Not things. Things is not what I want to say. What I want to say is that there are those pads that you jump with. There are jumping deals. Deals pour la jumping. Okay. 90 items. So what you're going to have to, those big barriers, you're going to have to be doing a super boost to get through those, which means not hitting anything kind of right before. But just traveling across this conveyor belt will kind of set you up in a super boost anyway. And, like, that's how you're going to have to hit these bouncy pads, too. So, keep that in mind. And we were set up there. We were so set up to do what we needed to do, which is use the jump to get up on that platform. And, like, now we have to almost start over. I'm not sure about the jump and the big barrier. Like, they always come through together, but I'm not sure exactly how often they show up. I suppose you probably could bounce up there, too. But, like, we're just going to do it this way. It's going to work doing it this way. There we go. It's only 4 items, but they're an easy 4 items to miss. Now, easier is this thing, because, like, what we have to do is we have to jump and get up above here, and then fall down and bounce across that series of bouncy things to get the items. And, like, that doesn't sound easy, but it's harder than it even sounds. You wouldn't think that was possible, but it is. It's a nightmare timing puzzle. And my issue with my lower score earlier was not that I didn't get up there. It was I fell down and I bounced off 2 of the plat things, and then I missed the 3rd one, and I just didn't want to do the whole conveyor belt thing again, because it's a pain. So apparently right there is the sweet spot. But then it's hard to see where you need to drop. I mean, we got it. And lucked out there. So, like, there we go. That's everything. I mean, obviously, aside from the soda machine. So that's the hardest part of the level. And now we'll have, like, there'll be a little other stuff. Like, there's going to be a neat bot kind of fight and stuff at the end. But it's nothing compared to, you know, now we get a collector rabbit. We're fine. Light bulbs are full and a collector rabbit. I didn't even worry about getting hit by the neat bot. Like, there's 40 items in here, but big deal. And obviously there's multiple pipes. It's a 5-pipe collection, so. And that's it. That's the level, folks. So, I mean, for a final level, you know, not quite as challenging as you'd expect, I suppose, but just watch out where you come off these platforms, because if you come off where you jump over, you'll just fall down a pit. And nobody wants that. Even though you just hit a collector rabbit, so you'd probably be alright. Alright. And now past the neat bot. I'm sure he eats me once, at least. Because like I said, I didn't really worry about it. Yeah, he got us there. Right at the pipe, too. He just spits us out. No big deal. No harm, no foul. He just wanted us back in place. He made that very clear. He said, this object is not in place, and we were the object. But we got the pipe that time, at least. And now we've got our 40 items. I mean, we've got our 400 feet, so not a huge deal. It's all just about strategy and how much you care about getting sucked up by a vacuum cleaner. That's essentially, that's the moral of the story now. Yeah, they're a little mean with that AstroTurf there. Like, the escape ramp, I guess, is nice. So there we go. So that's our last deal. Now we can get out of here. Alright. I don't know how he gets under there. Off we go. And that's it, folks. So, yeah. Another 1,000 feet for us and the Rabbids. We've got 2 more levels to go. Well, and then the final stage. But, you guys take care. And I will see you for Scrap Happy Rabbids. Thanks for watching, and bye, everybody.